everyone. This is your Mrs. Elite Texas Universe 2025, Meenakshi Ravi here. I'm representing Unite PGC as an Assistant General Secretary of USA, and I would like to talk a few things about the role of inclusive leadership. What is inclusive leadership? It is all about the approach, how we tackle together, because leadership is not just one set of person or a managerial hierarchy where it's a thought process of everybody feeling and work towards the same goal, right? If you see in corporate companies today, including Amazon, Microsoft, everybody are nurturing the leadership qualities. Because if your thoughts are not aligned, let's say the first leadership principle is go for the customer, go up and beyond and help them. Even though if you're an employee and if you're against that leadership principle, it's not going to work. That's why your organization is looking for these qualities, regardless how skillful you are, how competent you are to do the job. So when an organization is looking for that, think about global platform. Like if we all have to come together with the same mindset, we all should align in our thoughts. If we are all coming from diverse platform, and with that said, different cultures, like Maya mentioned, different cultures, we follow different customs in our country. But at the end of the day, if we are all aligned with the same vision, we would be able to work towards it. And I strongly believe that would empower the nation, and it all should start within your community, with your own family. When we say peace, we always think about globally violence and the countries fighting with each other. No, it all starts with your own family. How peaceful you are as a family member in your, are you allocating some time? What are you teaching your children, right? And peace particularly has to be taught as one of the curriculum in school, in primary schools. You need to teach the students, okay, if there is a conflict of interest, how do you deal with it? Because that's where they, without using violence, with verbally, how you can, or patiently, how you can deal with this problem. This all should come as a part of the education. And you should have the campaign for the teen, youth, and everything. And I have literally seen some countries, I don't want to specify the name, what they do is, they literally make the country to put in starved zone, meaning they, even though they are wealth and everything, they do not offer those enough resources to the people. You know why? When you are in that zone, you can't think beyond. All you care about is for the day, whether you have food. And that's what the kingdom wants, because they don't want to overrule yourself, right? We don't want you to be smart. We don't want you to come forward and think. I have literally witnessed a survivor escaping from the country and talking about all these things. They literally keep them in that zone. So things are like this happening. So we need to make sure hunger is also eradicated, because it is associated with peace, because that's where the vulnerability develops, right? The youth gets exploited. If you're unemployed, what happens? If somebody gives you money, they can exploit whatever they want to do for against the nation, right? So all these are interconnected somewhere, and we need to work towards this peace summit. And I believe one of the important qualities that you nurture yourself is self-awareness. Very important. What is self-awareness? You understand what is the current asset state, where we are. There is no humanitarian, right? There is no humanitarian. People fight with each other. They don't understand how to analyze. You know why? Because that's why we say inclusion is very important. Because in the decision-making hierarchy, you don't have inclusive. If you include a people, especially women, in those kind of complex areas where you take the decision, we need to have them, because they have the empathize, and you include diversity there. So that's where you learn from different perspectives before you take any decision. All the voices should be heard. So DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion is very important for any nation to take any major steps to protect their country. And I believe the another one is courage. Okay, you have the strategy, you know what is the country is struggling with, and you come with a prioritization A, B, C, okay, this problem I need to solve, and this problem. But there's so many times thinking about the different outcomes, they don't implement, because they are not having the brave to step forward to implement that. So even though you know what your nation wants, if you're not able to implement that courageously, you lack again. So we need that important quality within us. And I would say, like I mentioned, empathize. So because you put yourself, others in your shoes and think what the feeling is about, and that's where it is very important to understand what the other people are going through and how for a purpose. And the takeaway from this great summit is to make sure you start within your community, if not within the community, within your own family today. With that, I would like to end my speech. Thank you so much for having me here. It's my honor.